When you suddenly feel heaviness in your stomach after eating, a kind of discomfort starts building inside you. You can't clearly understand where the problem is, but you feel it. You feel that something isn't right. Your stomach feels heavy, as if something is stuck inside. Sometimes even breathing feels a bit uncomfortable. You might think, this is normal. This happens to everyone. But the truth is, this is not normal. Your body is very intelligent. Your body is always giving you signals. But you haven't learned how to understand those signals. When you eat very fast, you don't just eat food. You also swallow air. That air goes into your stomach, gets trapped inside. Your stomach bloats. Then you say, today my stomach feels heavy. But the heaviness doesn't start after eating. It starts while eating. When you sit down to eat, you pick up your phone. You look at the screen. You talk. You don't pay attention to how the food is going into your mouth. You don't chew. You just swallow. The food goes straight down into your stomach. Then your stomach says, give me time. Help me. But you don't listen. You take another bite. Then another. You eat fast. Because you feel rushed. But in reality, no one is rushing you. That rush comes from your habit. If you stop, if you slow down a little, if you chew one bite properly, your body automatically starts doing its job. When food is chewed properly, saliva mixes with it. That saliva is very important. Digestion actually starts there. But if you don't chew, that process doesn't happen. Then the food creates pressure in your stomach. You feel heaviness. You feel something isn't right. Many people think, this is gas. This is indigestion. But the real problem is the eating style. If you eat the same food slowly and then eat it fast, the result will be different. Eating slowly, your stomach feels light. Eating fast, your stomach feels heavy. You may never have thought about this before. But now you are thinking. Because your body is forcing you to think. If you keep ignoring these signals, the problems will grow in the future. Today, stomach heaviness. Tomorrow, heartburn. The next day, digestion issues. Everything starts from this one habit: eating too fast. If you truly want to take care of yourself, you have to start here. When you sit down to eat, talk to yourself. Tell yourself, I will eat slowly. I will chew every bite. I will not rush. This one decision will give your body a lot of relief. When you eat slowly, you naturally eat less. Because your brain gets time to understand that your stomach is full. But when you eat fast, that signal doesn't reach in time. So you eat more. And more food means more heaviness. If you listen to this part carefully, you'll understand. The problem isn't your body. The problem is your habit. And the good news is, habits can be changed. This isn't hard. From today, just eat a little slower. This one small change will make your stomach lighter and your body calmer. Now ask yourself one question. Do you want to keep eating fast like before? Or do you want to change from today? The decision is yours. And the result of that decision, you'll feel it very soon. You may not have noticed this, but you don't eat only with your mouth. You eat with your mind too. If your mind is restless, your eating becomes restless as well. When you're worried, when you feel rushed, You eat fast. This isn't your body's fault. This is the mind at work. You might think, I'm just eating. But in reality, you're doing many things at once. You're thinking. You're looking at your phone. You're worrying about time. All of this keeps your brain busy. And when the brain is busy, it doesn't focus on eating. Then you don't chew. You just swallow. And your stomach isn't ready. The stomach always wants a signal first. But you don't send that signal. You send food. But you don't send the message. What's the message? The message is, I'm eating now. Get ready. That message is sent. When you eat slowly. When you're calm. But if you're restless, that message never reaches. Then the stomach suddenly feels pressure. It feels heavy. Many people say, I eat very little. Yet my stomach feels heavy. The reason isn't the amount of food. The reason is the state you're in while eating. You can eat a small amount, but eat it very fast. Your stomach will still feel heavy. And you can eat a bit more, but eat slowly. Your stomach will feel light. This isn't magic. This is how the body works. If you want to understand your body, you have to look at your mind too. While eating, are you calm? Or are you restless? Are you sitting peacefully? Or eating in a rush? Are you looking at your food? Or staring at a screen? These small things create a huge difference. When you hold your phone while eating, you don't really see the food. You don't notice its color. You don't feel its smell. That smell. That color. They actually start digestion. But you don't give your body that chance. You just push food into your mouth. Your stomach gets confused. It thinks, where did this come from? It wasn't prepared. So it works slowly. And slow work means heaviness, discomfort, bloating. If, before eating, you pause for a moment, take a breath, and tell yourself, I'm about to eat. That small pause does something big. Your brain understands. Eating is starting. Your stomach prepares. Digestion becomes easier. You feel lighter. This isn't a theory. This is a real habit. People who eat this way face fewer problems. And people who always rush constantly complain about their stomach. If, while listening to this, you recognize yourself, then you're in the right place. Because change always starts with awareness. Now you understand where the problem is. In the next part, you'll learn why you keep eating fast, even when you don't want to. Which habits, which environment, which time of day push you into this pattern, and how you can break this cycle very easily. This story doesn't end here. This is just the beginning. You might think, I want to eat slowly. But still, you end up eating fast. This isn't a lack of willpower. This is the power of habit. Habit is something that works on its own, even when you don't want it to. The way you've been eating since childhood. Your body has learned that pattern. If you've always eaten in a rush, your body thinks, this is normal. Now when you suddenly try to eat slowly, your body feels uncomfortable. Your hands move fast. Your mouth works fast. Before you even realize it, the meal is over. Then you sit there thinking, it happened again. This isn't your fault. This is an old habit. But the good news is, habits can be changed. Just not by force. They change slowly. If you suddenly tell yourself, from today, I'll eat very slowly, you won't last long. Because your body will resist. So you have to start very small. One bite. Just one. You decide. This one bite. I'll chew it properly. You chew. You pause. Then you swallow. That one bite teaches your body a new path. The next day, one more bite. This is how habits change. If you give yourself time, your body will take time too. If you fight yourself, you'll lose. But if you become friends with yourself, you'll win. One more important thing. Your eating environment. Where you eat. How you eat. This matters a lot. If you eat standing, you eat fast. If you eat while walking, you eat fast. If you eat while looking at a screen, you eat fast. But if you sit down, quietly, with attention, you eat slowly. Environment shapes behavior. If you truly want to change the environment a little. While eating, sit in a specific place. Let that place be only for eating. No phone there. No rush there. When you sit in that place, your body understands. Now it's time to eat. This small rule is very powerful. Slowly, you teach yourself again. And when you eat slowly, your body responds differently. What you couldn't understand before, you understand now. When you're full, when to stop. Those signals didn't come before. Because you weren't listening. Now you are listening. And when you listen, the heaviness reduces. The discomfort reduces. You feel lighter. This feeling is beautiful. And this feeling encourages you to change even more. In the next part, you'll understand why certain foods, when eaten fast, make the problem worse, and why the same foods, when eaten slowly, don't cause trouble at all. This story is going to go even deeper. You may have noticed that not all foods behave the same way. Some foods, when eaten quickly, put more pressure on your stomach. And some foods, when eaten slowly, are accepted very easily by the stomach. But the real problem isn't the food. The problem is the speed of eating. If you eat rice, bread, fried foods, all of these very fast, your stomach suddenly feels heavy. Because these foods expand after reaching the stomach. When you eat slowly, your stomach gets time to handle that expansion. But when you eat fast, it doesn't get that time. Pressure builds up. You might say, I eat the same food every day. Yes. But you don't always eat it in the same way. Sometimes you're calm. Sometimes you feel rushed. That rush turns food into an enemy. If you stay calm while eating, even heavy foods become easier to digest. But if you're restless, even light foods feel heavy. Another important thing. When you eat, when you're extremely hungry, you eat fast. Because your body wants energy. At that moment, you can't slow yourself down. That's why it's better to start eating before hunger becomes extreme. Then you can eat slowly. If you practice this day after day, you'll notice Your stomach doesn't feel the same pressure anymore. One more thing. What you do after eating. Many people lie down immediately after meals. This isn't good for your stomach. Your stomach wants to work, but your body lies down. This conflict creates discomfort. If after eating, you take a short walk, very light, very slow, your stomach feels happy. The food settles properly. Your stomach feels light. Then you say, "Today my stomach feels good." This isn't a coincidence. This is the result of habit. If you pay attention to these small things, you'll understand what your stomach really wants. Your stomach wants time, calmness, attention. If you give these three, your stomach won't trouble you. If you've made it this far, it means you truly want to change. Because people who don't want to change don't listen this far. In the next part, you'll learn why some people always struggle with stomach problems and why others eat the same food yet feel no discomfort at all. This difference is very important.